I was recently speaking to a group of realtors at a real estate office. I was doing a digital marketing presentation and I got asked a question and I thought it was a really great question. And that question was, what's one thing that I think a lot of realtors are missing out on in terms of marketing? Something that I think they're missing a lot of times out on is building an email marketing list. Growing that list of contacts that they have and collecting email addresses is one of the most powerful things you can do as a real estate agent. Let me explain. So a lot of realtors are focused on social media and that's great because you're creating content and staying in touch with your potential audience, your connections. But oftentimes it can be hard to directly ensure that they see your posts each and every time. And it can be hard to ensure that when you've got a listing, as an example, when you've looking for a property for a buyer or seller, when these different aspects come up, it's sometimes hard to reach those people or ensure that they are reached. One way that you can always ensure that you reach your audience is by sending an email. It's very old school. And it does take time to nurture and grow that email list, but it is a lot more powerful than some forms of social media marketing. If Facebook does a change, and this does happen a lot, if Facebook does a change and it affects the algorithm so that you are reaching less people when you do a post, what do you do then? You've spent all this time building up, spending time on a platform like, let's say, Facebook or Instagram, and a small change that's out of your control can cause you to have a harder time to reach those people. And that's why a lot of people are turning to Facebook and Instagram advertising, because they want to ensure that their posts, that their content, that when they have something to share, they want to make sure that their audience is seeing it. Well, if you do create an email list, you can send an email every couple weeks, once a month, and you can share a whole bunch of great topics and information, and that's going to help you as a realtor stay top of mind to that audience. So that leads to another topic, and another question I often get is, what should I be sharing if I'm sending out an email newsletter? Well, there's lots of great content you can share. First of all, of course, one of the easiest things that you can do is a passive way of marketing of, if you are on different social platforms, if you are doing different things, make sure to highlight that in your email newsletter. Let's take Instagram as an example. Well, on one of your email blasts, you could focus on exactly what you share on Instagram, what kind of posts you share, what kind of information you share, why people should follow you on Instagram. Sometimes people use different social platforms in a different way, and the content they might share might be different. So if someone's following you on Facebook, but maybe not Instagram, this might not only let them know you're on Instagram, but also give them a reason to follow you there. Same thing with TikTok. Not everybody's on TikTok or LinkedIn, but if you describe what you're doing on LinkedIn and maybe if it's different, why they should follow you there, that will help you grow an audience on that platform. Another obvious thing that you can do with email marketing is sharing your listings. Any listings that you have available, you could share, highlight the property in a unique way that you may not be doing in other on other platforms or in other marketing that you're doing. Share something unique about the property. Share a reason why this is a great property for a certain audience. Maybe there's schools nearby, or maybe there's an element of the property that's outstanding, like a really great backyard or something like that. Take that time in an email to highlight that. Speaking of your listings, you could talk about recent solds you've had. You can talk about listings that maybe aren't yours, but are other people in your realtor office that you want to help promote. You can do that. If you've got property let's say you've got clients that are looking for a property and you don't have that property yet, well, you could highlight that you're looking for a property in a given area and you're looking for a given size or certain features. That's a great way to reach new people as well and try to get in that find for that audience, right? That client. Another thing you could do in your email newsletter, if you do any sort of community work, if you're doing a fundraiser, if you're giving back to the community in any way, that's a really good thing to highlight. It always does help to show what you're doing in your community, and that will help you remain top of mind to your audience because they're always looking for, people that are doing outreach in their community. Another interesting thing you can do in an email newsletter, if you do have any sort of contests or fun things that you're doing, you can always highlight that in your email newsletter. I've seen people that are doing, fundraising for a Daily Bread Food Bank or, some community cleanup type thing. So things like that are also great things to highlight in the email newsletter. Another item, market update. You could talk about what's changing in the market in a given neighborhood that you're focused on. What trends have you seen recently? What things have changed in the neighborhood in terms of buyers and sellers? Another thing that you could highlight in an email newsletter is to provide information to, let's say, a seller. Talk about things like how they can improve the value of their home by fixing up small things. How, maybe you'll talk about staging and how that can help. Give tips about, getting a mortgage, getting proper financing, that kind of thing. These are all basically great pieces of content that add value and will also help you stay top of mind to people when they're thinking of either buying or selling. So I hope this gives you a bunch of ideas in terms of what you can share in your email newsletter and also the importance of building those contacts over time. An email newsletter, again, gives you more control. By building up those contacts via their email address, it gives you more control to reach out and to ensure that your information is being hit in the inbox to your audience. So I hope this covered a lot of great reasons of why an email newsletter can be great for your real estate business. Not only taking the time to build up those contacts, to gather those email addresses, but also I've covered some topics in terms of what you can share in your email newsletter as you send them out, whether it's every 2 weeks, every month, that kind of thing. This is a really great way to stay in touch with your contacts to ensure that they receive your information, that your information is seen on a regular basis, and that way you'll stay top of mind. So once again, my name is Lowell Brown from Going Social. If you liked today's tip, please click like and subscribe on this video. And be sure to check out a video I created showing you how to use Canva to create a video slideshow for any of your property listings. This is a really great way to create a video, an interactive presentation. Instead of just sharing static images, you can create a video slideshow showing the different elements of your property listings in a unique way that'll stand out compared to other real estate agents. So check out this video. I've got a link in the bio below, and you can learn that really great and easy tip with Canva. Stay tuned for my next video. Once again, I'm Lowell Brown from Going Social, and I'll see you soon.